All right, I just got back from my pre-release. If you want to look at me opening up my prize packs, I did it as some shorts. And I just want to basically spend some time talking about Magic, a game I love, and this stuff. I'm sure a lot of you have your own opinions, and I'd love to hear them. I'm going to express some opinions you may not like, but we'll see. But I just want to talk about traveling and Magic and the pre-release, and I'm just going to basically build a sample pool as I'm, so basically this is the promo that I got, Captain America Wings of Freedom. It's, 3 mana for a 3/1, flying, first strike, and ward 1. When Captain America attacks, each other hero you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Captain America's toughness, which is kind of hard to actually pump up in this set, but anyway, I got the blue dice, both pre-releases I've been to so far. Anyway, so I am currently I'm in Manila in the Philippines, and if you have not been, they play a lot of Magic. One of my favorite things about being a quote digital nomad is you get to travel and play, you do all your favorite hobbies all around the world. So for me, I really enjoy basically Magic the Gathering and Latin dance. So kind of a strange combo, but it's, it gives me something physical that I like and something mental and social. So, I mean, they're both social, obviously, if you do it right. But anyway, so if you saw earlier, Dr. Doom, the Mythic seems like one of the best bombs that we opened. Although, Tony Stark, there was quite a bit of artifact payoff, so it could be interesting. So we'll have to do an artifact count and see how we do. But so me, it's funny because I posted on Reddit, I think it was right after Endgame. It was during, I posted on Reddit about Marvel, and it was basically how I would much rather watch Marvel MCU characters file their taxes and get a home loan or whatever than 4 hours of the Snyder Cut. Anyway, and a lot of people resonated with that. And at the time, that was exactly how I felt. I just loved Marvel ever since really Avengers. I went into Guardians of the Galaxy being like, hey, you guys did such a great job with Avengers. I couldn't believe that you actually fit that many characters into it and made it work, that I'm just going to pay to go see whatever you guys make. And that was Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was great. So they kind of had me hooked for a long time, and I was a Marvel fanboy. I definitely grew up reading Punisher. I wasn't allowed to have. I was in a household that my grandmother took away my D&D set. I couldn't have one of those. I think I got like a Jesus the Crusader kind of comic book or whatever. It was like a religious comic book. But my friend, he had Punisher, X-Men, Deadpool. Later on, I bought. Yeah, so like I read comics at my friend's house. And I never really liked DC very much, even though, my mom shared with me Superman was one of the few movies I was able to watch. I watched lots of movies, but I couldn't watch R-rated movies. So, but I never really liked the DC stuff. So I always really loved Marvel. And I've always loved Magic for a long time, but a lot of people are very upset about, or at least online, about this Universes Beyond. I mean, to me, to have a Tony Stark and a Dr. Doom, like this, I don't know. I don't understand all the hate exactly. So me, I would play Magic even if it was just X and Y, it could be serial numbers. I'd still be playing Magic. It just is like, it's the best game I feel ever. It is such a complicated game, and even the pros, have not the best win rate, that I just feel like it's the only thing that when I play it, everything else, all the other horrible stuff in the world goes away, and it's just what's going on in front of me on the table in your life total, and that's all that matters. So I really love it. It's one of my best ways to dissociate. Anyway, so first thing I always do with my sealed pool is, of course, just sort it. Today, I went and played the pre-release. I only had 10 minutes. No, I had 20 minutes. I had 20 minutes to build my deck, so I had to do it much quicker than this. But here's some things, because I'm sure that if anybody even sees this video, they're not going to like, they're probably not going to like Marvel, maybe, or who knows, or maybe they're on the fence about it. I can at least contest this. it was said basically by one of the developers of Hearthstone that if you look up their GDC talk, basically how they were like, well, Hearthstone's never going to be as good as Magic because Hearthstone, we have to use the Blizzard IP, and we're forced. We are like they can't. It was interesting because they said like, oh, we can't make like a main character not be good. So on one hand, like you will find like it's kind of let me see if I can find well, here's Jessica Jones, like she's a 3 mana 2/3, you know, like, but of course, you know, she is really strong. I can't remember all of her powers, but like I'm just saying that they made, I know a lot of people are upset about how they have so many versions of Tony Stark. Now this one is a good one. This is a mythic. It's great. And it's totally fine. But it was funny because they were basically saying that like if that no card game would be able to beat Magic because it had its own IP and it could make the best card game and not have to worry about having Tony Stark has got to be able to beat, you know, let's say the Abomination, right? And I think that's just an interesting, like here's the Abomination, right? So the Abomination is a 4 mana 4/4. Tony Stark flipped is a 5/5, right? So I do, that I think is interesting. Just the fact or idea that universes beyond will never be as good as a universes within. Now, I worked 15 years in Los Angeles. One of the best days of my life was getting paid to write a film that was being produced. So like, I mainly did shot. I mainly was a cinematographer, etc. But I also produced a lot of Instagram ads, and I did write those. But like, as a person about storytelling, there is also a major issue that certain IPs. So like if you're watching a movie, you have a lead character. You've got Iron Man, and then you have a bunch of like random guys he kills. There's some heroes that they're on his side that he's got to save, or the cat that he's got to save, etc. But like it's about Iron Man doing his thing. And when you're translating a comic book, a movie, etc., to a game, you can also say that it's not great because the mechanics, etc., just don't work. I mean, basically, it's really hard because you need to have like how many cards in this set? There is, I don't know, whatever, 300, 350. It's a large set, and that's the other problem is like Spider-Man. I had a lot of fun at the pre-release. I love Marvel. I love some of the Spider-Man films, not all, but I love a lot of the new ones. There are a lot of great ones. But Spider-Man as a small set was miserable to draft. Even me loving it, I hated to draft. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I liked it, but it was almost like Amonkhet remastered. Every mechanic was not new. So that was a big problem with Turtles. So overall, this set, I do feel the pre-release was amazing. I won one of the pre-releases in the finals because I played Civil War, stealing their Abomination, and then was able to ultimate it right before they fired off their. I basically was able to power up Abomination and kill them the turn before they could basically power up their Mind Stone. So, like, I thought that was, I mean, it's just super flavorful. Captain America also saved the day in that game, too. Like, it was just fantastic. So, as going to the pre-releases, thumbs up. I think they did a great job. We'll just kind of see how the draft, but so far, it feels flavorful. It feels, to me, as definitely as good as, like, Avatar, which I really thought Avatar was a great set for everything. Now, I know some people are upset about these cards being mixed in other cards, but if you join me in Limited World, it's never an issue. It's never a thing. So anyway, let's go back to building my deck, but I just wanted to kind of talk about, I just wanted to, voice my thoughts on this as someone who's played 35 years, that travels the world and plays with people around the world that love this game. And I mean, it's amazing. Like, I played draft in Japan without even, reading a single word of Japanese. I failed. I got to the finals there, and I only lost because I confused reach with trample. But by playing by memory, it was just an amazing time. Like, it's a great great game. But anyway, so let's look at this pool. So we know we got Dr. Doom. We know we got... So what I do next is after I sort everything, maybe I'll pull this out a little wider here. Maybe not that wide as you see the rest of my mess, but here, let me put this aside. But basically, we have our pool. And I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Did anyone go to the pre-release? I will say this. Avatar was pretty great. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this had very low pre-release. I tried to go to 3 different pre-releases. The first one, I think we had 8. Second one, I went to the store and I was the only one, and they did not fire. There was no one else there. And then the next one, we only had 7. So hey, I won, but they were only small pools. All right. So then I basically go through and I take every color and I sort out. So Take Up the Shield, I feel is overall, it's a fine combat trick. I think it's like a C++. We'll see how it shakes out. Murdoch's Crusade, I feel is like a B-, which is perfect. Like the very high. Like in this set particular, I think removal and being able to kill someone with 4 toughness is fantastic. So it's, I basically put my removal and first pick kind of cards here. I'm trying to line this up here. Anyway, and yeah, I'd love to know how people's pre-release goes. If you hate Universes Beyond, I guess the biggest thing to me is why. There's a few things. I wonder, like, when you play limited, everything is all in the same world. So I actually just love it. There's no, I'm not, SpongeBob SquarePants is not tapping my Gandalf to ride off with with Captain America. So it's all just one world. And I kind of almost feel that a lot of the UB hate might be just from people in Standard, Commander, like hating that Avatar cards are wrecking their Standard. Although I really had fun online with Lessons. Panther Pounce, I think, is actually just fine. Just the fact that you get the clue is just overall great. It's a little crazy, the vigilance, etc. I would play 1 if I was aggressive, but I think the Flock Drone, it's okay. I would not actually play it because there's so many better 4-drops, I feel. I mean, having the 4/5, like any of the rares, 4-drops just feels so much stronger. But so probably not run that. But even this card, 4 mana here, you get 3 bodies. And attacking tokens get first strike. If you're more aggressive, I mean, if you're going blue-white flyers, that's fine. Then that's fine. But for the most part, I think this is a much better card. Super Serum. This one I'm still a little torn on. Super Soldier Serum. So with this card, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike, vigilance, and is a legendary soldier in addition to other types. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, attach any number of target equipment. The equipment on this is overpriced, but it's just not very good. I haven't seen any. I mean, like the bow could be a little, like you could play this with the bow and that's something. But ultimately, this is just 2 mana, 2 power, 2 toughness, first strike, and vigilance. That's really it. It definitely is risky because you just open yourself up being 2 for 1. But it probably in the aggro deck would probably be a 1 play. I'm gonna put it just as like a C-. Not really entirely sure. Colleen Wing Street Samurai. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1 counter on her and scry 1. So I had someone play this in the Boros deck. It's a little scary, but they didn't have enough target. Like they had more removal than targets. So I mean, it's still fine. It's a 2-drop, which is just really hard. Captain Marvel, Spaceborne, which I was not a big fan of the Captain Marvel film, but I loved her in all the rest of the stuff she was in. Flying Vigilance, as long as an opponent casts a spell this turn, you may cast a spell. This has just been a Sarah Angel. I ran this day 1 or whatever, I can't remember. It was fine. And also the Vigilance helped me win the game a little. It was just awkward, but it'd be just by keep on trying to attack until they were forced to kill it. But it's 5 mana, so it's just a C, I think. Panther Pounce, but I'm not going to run a second one of them, so I'll just put this away. Agents of Shield, 3 mana, 2/4. It's a 2 colorless white. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I've not seen this played against me. 3 mana for a 2/4 is I don't know. It's nothing super exciting. I guess the only cool thing about this is you play it, and then that turn you can have another creature attack alone. But I don't know that it just doesn't seem. I did not see that deck come together really. So I probably would reserve. And then this Captain America Wings of Freedom, flying first strike ward 1. When Captain America attacks, each other hero you control gets plus X until end of turn, where X is Captain America toughness. I guess this is where you combo off with the Soldier Serum, Super Soldier Serum, and then that's pretty amazing. And it already has the Ward 1. But so I mean, it definitely is. I think probably a B minus. It's hard because it definitely rewards you more for attacking. But flying first strike 3/1 Ward 1 is still pretty great. So maybe a C plus kind of range. And then lastly, the web up, if I didn't already say it, when this enchantment enters, XL target non-land permanent opponent controls, it leaves better. So anyway, so with white, I've got 2 solid removal. And then, man, it's nothing like super great. I've got a couple C-level cards. So I'm looking to try to aim for 6 pieces of interaction. So we'll just see. It might be interesting. Sorry, here. Let me remove the rest of my cards here. Oh, just to show, yeah, my first the first pre-release, winning with Captain America with the superhero Civil War, stealing Abomination, killing the thing. It was just so amazing. It was just, I mean, this is my first deck, but anyway, this is my first one. Went 4 colors. Titania as being the strongest human alive, or whatever. That's amazing. Go Nuts was great. Hellcarrier Strike is a little finicky. You got to be really careful because it's only attacking or blocking creature. But 4 damage, that's kind of the trick, because that really helps. 1 take of the shield, 1 Hulk smash, claim the kit. Yeah, I mean, having the 2 scrolls really helped make this. And I had 3 of the land cyclers. Made going 4 colors. 4 colors, no problem. But anyway, enough of that. So, continuing on. So yeah, I don't know. I just, I love Magic in all forms. I am not saying WotC and Hasbro definitely, or not Hasbro, sorry. As I just completely blank out. Anyway, corporate, they can definitely make things that are not great. I don't believe Spider-Man should have ever done draft. Spider-Man, I think, is the first time I played a draft. I won, and it was still a feel bad. I won a draft with Spider-Man in paper. I won, and it was like, what was the point? We only played 2 rounds. It was like the pick 2 draft was just not fun. I'm glad that, with the Pack It Up show that is showing that it's possible for pick 2 to be better, but it's just like, I think that was one of that, and like one time I played Commander where someone had 5 one-sided Wrath of God style stuff. Like that's the only 2 times in betting a Magic that I was not having fun. I mean, I have tilted, I've lost badly, but like even then I still had fun. Anyway, so Super Intelligence. 1 blue mana, enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, enchanted creature's controller, that player draws a card. So I want this to be good, damn it. But it's an aura that you're using up a card, and you have to wait till the upkeep of the enchanted creature's controller, that player draws a card. So you could cast it on your opponent to have them draw a card. You could use it in Commander to have someone else draw a card. But in general, you put it on your own thing. You got to wait a turn to get 1 card. So it's so, I'm gonna put it like a D minus, like almost not playable, but I want to try it. Justice, let me see if you can see this card. Justice Vance Astrovic. I love Mana Wars, Marshall, whatever, Sutcliffe. I also love this as a flying Mana War. So it also does non-land, but the only important thing is it does non-token. So you can't blank one of their tokens. But I think in this set, for the most part, other than those damn white Vigilance 3/2 heroes, I think that's totally great. And then you can always bounce your own to get another flicker type effect to give it a 3/3 flyer. I think it's a 3/3 flyer too. That's obviously bouncing your stuff. So this actually like is in the B minus, maybe B plus. Rewrite history. Like I think this is maybe a reason to play blue is what I'm trying to say. Rewrite history, 3 mana. Whenever one or more of your creatures become tapped, which is easy if you're attacking, draw a card, then discard a card and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put onto this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, return up to 2 target instant. So most of the plans, it's really hard. I played against the green enchantment, the green plan, the black plan, the white plan. This one, I mean, as long as you're attacking, you get to draw a card and discard. Like you get to rummage, or not rummage, but loot, I guess. So I mean, I don't know. I'd put it at a C for now, but I don't know. The white plan just didn't do enough. So the black one's amazing. I think the black one's great, and the green one, if you're getting counter value from the counters, is good. Indestructible is okay. The counterspell, I love this counterspell. It's great. 2 mana, teamwork 2, counter target spell unless I pay 2. I've used it in that mode. Counter that spell unless I pay replace 4. I've used it in that mode. Overall, yeah, I've been super happy about this. I had an opponent today was like, well, I got the win unless you got a counter spell, and this saved me. Even though they were able to pay the 4, didn't matter. All right, Atlantis attacks. I had someone ask today, oh, is there anything that bounces bounces stuff? Yes, there is. 7 mana, teamwork 4, choose 1. The spell, if the spell is cast using teamwork, choose both. Target player creates a 6/5 blue Leviathan creature token with hexproof. Return 1 or 2 target non-land permanents to the owner's hand, so this can blink tokens. This, I feel, is just a great reason to play blue, so I am putting it down here. Kang the Conqueror. So the first pre-release, I actually beat someone that had this, only because I had white removal for it. But I did play it, and I did win me the second pre-release. I was able to do the 8 mana, even though I had 3 colors. Having the land cycler, basic land cyclers helped. So I was able to take a second turn and turn around a game that I wouldn't have. Yeah, I think it's really fantastic. So I think it's great. Thirst for Knowledge. I am draw 3 cards and then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. I think I don't know. In this one, it just might be hard because I played a game where they were, I think in draft, I just don't know. I think in sealed, I would definitely run it if you don't have enough card draw. So I'm gonna have to see if I have enough artifacts. And because the issue is, if you want to draw into your artifacts, you're getting rid of them in limited, and then also, yeah, it's just, or you're just drumming. I don't know. I'd just rather play I'd rather play this. 2 mana, a blue and a colorless. When this artifact enters, draw a card. Then 4 mana, sacrifice this artifact, draw 2 cards. So this futuristic forge. I won with this. Nothing great, but if you have like all this needs is just a little bit more synergy with artifacts, and then it's great. So it's not as good as the sewer surveillance cam from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was my favorite common of the whole set, but I really love it. Here, shield, deployment drone, robot, 2/2, flying. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 soldier token. Creature token. It's funny because they could have been villain, they could have done hero, but anyway, I thought this card's phenomenal. It's like they finally are forcing us to. Man, it's been for so long. 3 mana 2/2 flyers was bad. This one's great. Every time it's played against me, I hate it because I have to use removal for this, or have to have a reach creature, and then they also have another token that they can do stuff like connive or whatever. Giant flying ant. I think overall, this card just fails because there's so much better. Like I would just when it comes to the 4-drop slot, Kang the Conqueror is just so much better. Or if you're playing green, like any of the commons I just feel are going to be better than a 3/2 flash flyer. Now, it is cool. There is extra interaction. Can get rid of a blocker, stop an attacker. Like it is cool. But I think you're just going to have more stuff to do at 4 mana. And then Tony Stark. So 2 mana, 1 mana tap. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal an artifact card among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. So I think I would want, at 4 cards, I don't know the calculator exactly, but I think you want anywhere between 7 to 9. You probably want 9. artifacts for sure, or 7. 2 mana, 1/3, and then getting to keep on. If you have 7 9 artifacts or more, of course, it'd be better. And then 6 mana, Flying Haste. At the beginning of coming to your turn, you may put an artifact card from your hand on the battlefield if it's an equipment attached. Okay, so I mean, I think I'd just rather have this unlimited. I'd just rather have a 2 mana, 1/3, where I get to loot the. I mean, yes, 6 mana for Flying Haste, I guess, also ends the games, but by the time you have 6 mana, put an artifact card. Well, you know, if you had the 8 mana, 10 rings, this would be great in that. There is some artifacts that if you had, this would be phenomenal, because and it's at the beginning of your combat. So if you have those artifacts, maybe this is totally worth it. But either way, I think it's overall great. So I just see my blue pile a lot more than my white pile. The only thing I kind of wish is there's actually some really good blue removal that I'm missing. So I only have one piece. Well, this is also interaction, but it's expensive. But like, I'm definitely missing on the, what is the team up is for? Yeah. So I think I have great blue cards, but I really wish, man, like, yeah, I just don't have much interaction. So that might be hard. All right, black, moving on. But yeah, I don't know. For Commander, I have a budget. I recently, you know, coming to Manila, I sadly had this be my home base this year, and it's not been great. With Magic, it's been great. I won a Commander tournament of 34 players with my Azula deck. I won pre-releases for Avatar, maybe Strixhaven. I'd have to look it back up. Maybe I won Strixhaven in Korea. And then yeah, for Marvel Superheroes. I also top 8'd a GPTQ. I forgot what it is. Whatever. I top 8'd some bigger event. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But so I don't. Some people may not even think that counts. But either way, I top 8'd a bigger event. That was great. And but yeah, sadly, I had 12 of my precons stolen and about 2,000 Magic singles stolen from me here by the cleaners. So anyway, Hydra Troopers, good, C+. Roxanne Brutes, C. Visions of Villainy, I think kind of in the C+, I don't know. Kingpins Enforcers, also C. Cruel Alliance, sorry, I'm a little tired, I missed this. Teamwork, this is great. Decoy Ploy. I'm going to put it kind of in the D range, D+. It might be worth it, but Red Room Recruit, when it enters Confides, is like C+, maybe. Baron Strucker, Hydra Overlord, probably in the B-, like, yeah, Widow's Bite. I guess -2 is still worth it, and then you can still get the team Death Touch, so I'll put it up in kind of thing. Ninja the Hand, do not think it's worth it, but it might make sealed. Dr. Doom, I mean, this just seems like an A+. 6 mana for 9 power, 9 toughness when you put it down, and also he's indestructible, and I mean, you lose 1 life and draw a card. I think that's just overall is just phenomenal. Agents of Hydra, 2 mana, or so 2 mana, 1/1. When this creature dies, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. I think depends. Black green, I think it's probably a B+, but otherwise, I think it's probably a C+. I don't know. Maybe lower. Sorry. And then we got 2 of the Swordsman Sharp Scoundrels. I mean, it's good to have just 2 drops. They're really, really hard to find. So out of 2 pools, like, man, I had 3 good 2 drops, I think. So they're definitely going to be the aggressive Boros deck. So I think that's totally fine. So, okay. I mean, Dr. Doom, you know, so far I could totally be happy with a black-blue deck. All right, so I'm trying to readjust this here. Actually, can I just lower this a little? Hey, there we go. So, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what you guys are building commander-wise, etc. It's also really interesting as I travel the world. There's just different. Different countries have different kind of not only metas, which that is for sure, but also just formats. So right now in Philippines, pre-modern had more players in the pre-modern tournament than at the pre-release for Turtles and Marvel Superheroes. The pre-releases for Avatar and what else? The pre-releases did I play here? Oh, Lorwyn. That's right. I played Lorwyn. I also won pre-releases at Lorwyn as well. They were more packed. But anyway, Super Speed. Trying to go through these faster, but I think this is like probably a D plus C minus. I don't know. I will run it, but it's like it's just a combat trick. Repulsor Blast. It's like a C. I'm gonna still put it down here because I want interaction removal, but it just sucks as 4 mana and a sorcery. Fang Doom. This card is weird. 4 mana, flying, 3/5. It's okay. It's a dragon. It's a villain. Flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets an artifact or land, which I have, copy that spell. You may choose new card targets for the copy. Put 2 counters on it. This is one I think, man, if you're playing against someone that has artifacts, which, you know, there is the blue-red artifact deck, I think this is phenomenal. There is enough artifacts in blue, red. Man, I guess it's still a threat if you can even trigger it once, but it takes some work. So it's like probably in the B plus, but I think it's still probably bomby enough. Hydra Assault Robot. I loved in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the card that whenever you played another creature, it pinged your opponent. And it does work for artifacts. So we'll check our artifact count to see if I can Tony Stark this thing and make it work. But I think I'm going to put this at like a C minus, D kind of level card. But if it turns out that I got enough blue-red to go that way, then I'll play it. Hawkeye's Bow. In the aggressive deck, this has been really scary. And it does also... There's so many cards in this set that have just random reach, and this is one of them. Whenever a equipped creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. The issue is when they're playing the aggressive deck, I actually was happy to destroy this because it making a 2/2 into like a 4/2 basically was really scary. So I would not run it, and I still did beat everyone that's ever played it against me. But man, I don't know. It can do some work. If you have it on Hawkeye as well, that's also annoying. Hex Magic. I think I would only run this in sealed if I just absolutely needed a card draw. It's just a little risky. Stark Industries Executive. So funny. But I do like this card. I think it's a C. Volcanic Villain. 3 mana, haste, power up 6. Power up's been overall great, just mana sink, so I think that's fantastic. But unless you're aggressive, I would probably cut this card because, I don't know. It's... Team Fight Tactics, 2 mana, Teamwork 1, target creature gains double strike until end of turn. If this creature was cast using Teamwork, that creature also gains trample until end of turn. I'm sure I'll get blown out by this. There was one point today where like my opponent had a white and a mountain open, and I basically knew that if they had this, I was just done. And if they had Take Up the Shield, that I would... also be that at least I would I knew that I would actually not die at least. I mean they're both interesting. I think Take Up the Shield is way better though. Like there's so many times where Take Up the Shield, it's just funny because Take Up the Shield though it gets telegraphed, I feel more. I have not, but I'm sure that someone's going to beat me with this, like with Daredevil particular or something like that. I'm sure that they will beat me, but I'm not going to play it until they do. Jessica Jones, Private Eye, 2 in a red, 2/3. Tap, put a stun counter on Jessica Jones. Exile the top cards of your library. Access her power. You may play those cards until end of turn. I think it's just actually pretty great. I have my opponent play this. I mean, the only downside is that they lost because they had to tap her out. But they only needed, all they needed was just 1 more Thunderstrike. So like the card draw was could have won them the game, but it just didn't. If I have enough artifacts, I think I would want to run 9 to 10 artifacts, though, to have a 3 mana 2/2 trample. Whenever another target artifact controls enters, put a +1 counter on this creature. If I have enough, I will definitely play it. Avengers Disassembled. Choose one or both. It's 1 and 2 red, so 3 mana for deals 3 damage to each creature. So that's a wrath. The only thing here is so many of the best creatures are 4 toughness. I mean, you could play green-red, and if you're playing against... man, even Daredevil is... I mean, that's a rare, I guess. But there's still, like... I mean, I think if Boros aggro is a thing, or red-black... now, the only thing I'm going to say is this does kill most of the white-black heroes, kills all the villains. So... And then you can also destroy target land. A controller may search for a basic land, put it in the battlefield. I played an artifact deck with Doctor Doom deck. My 4-color land, my 4-color deck, this also would have just ruined. So I think in sealed, maybe this is playable. It's interesting. We'll just have to kind of see how it shakes out. I think it's a C. I just wish it was a little more. I got another one of these, so that's actually great. Then Speed, Young Avenger, 2 mana, haste. I mean, the Boros is aggressive. It's just, and it's interesting that you can basically make it so he can't be blocked. So that's kind of interesting. Let me see. So red is, the thing with red is I got no good removal. So, I mean, like, if I'm going artifacts, these 2 are great. I could bring in the Hydra Assault Robot just if my counter, but it looks like I may not have enough to play Stark. Maybe I still play it. We'll see. All right, green. Gorilla. I've been just super happy with the card. There's not many good 2-drops, and man, it's 2 mana, 2/2 reach is really relevant against the Doctor Doom bots. And even just like the stupid 2/1 flyer, whatever. So like, it's been great because it has reach, especially if you can get counters on it, then that's also been great. Destroying everyone's plans is great, and I think that's just so funny that a gorilla destroys evil plans or hero plans. And also it can kill it's kind of funny that you can kill the mana rock that becomes a vehicle. So I don't know. It's overall like a C, maybe C+. Go Nuts, great removal. It's obviously any fight spells be conditional, but the fact that it's only 1 mana and puts a counter on something is great. As I mentioned, Dr. Samson's going into my commander deck because when you play Planeswalkers, they can ult right away. So that's really great. But I would probably not play this unless you have any of the 8 mana payoffs like Krang. So I think like the fact that you can play him and then you play him in 5 and then you can power up Krang the next turn. That's great. But I would only build that if your deck is that kind of the way. Giant Growth is a card I've always loved since I had it in my Ornithopter Berserk ATOG deck. But it's just, I just don't think it's... I mean, I just played so much removal that whenever someone played this, there was one other time where in the first day when someone else had this, and like, sure, you sometimes get got, but it's not the big deal. I don't know if I'd ever run 2 Doc Samsons. That's kind of crazy. Powerful Broker, 3 mana, 3/3, which that is great. 2 mana and a green. But tap for each kind of counter on target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another kind of that counter, or the counter of that kind. Activate only as a sorcery. So it's like a proliferate for one thing. In the counter deck, I could see where this could be a grindy winning card. And there is poison here too. But I basically have cut it so far. Call damage control. People play this against me. It's fine. It's kind of cool if you can, get 2 cards out of this. If you could get a plan back and a creature, then I think it's probably pretty strong. But I'm probably not playing much. Store Technique. What I like about this is it just does just enough. The life gain. You get to grab a basic land. And then you also get to put +1 counter. So I actually think this is going to be pretty great. The only thing is that I'd much rather have a Mana Dork, which I don't have. But I would by far much rather, I don't know, it's somewhere in my other pool. I'd much rather have the 2 mana. Here. Yeah, I'd much rather have an undercover scrawl if you have it. But if you don't, um, yeah, I'm hoping that this will actually be pretty good. I'm hoping this ends up being like a C minus or C plus, probably maybe. Wakanda Royal Guard, scary every time it's been played against me. The only thing is that I've played against sealed pools that were like heroes and villains, and so they only, like it just never quite worked out the way they where they get to put two. But a green white, I did play against some nasty green white heroes decks. I could see where this could be great. So, and 4 toughness is great. Rapid rescue, mill 2 cards. I haven't played this yet or seen it used, but I could imagine in the Golgari deck that it's fine. This card, I mean, there's just not very many 2-drops. I really wish this other ability was a 2 mana cheaper. I don't know, whatever. But I just haven't seen this card be great yet. So maybe it's phenomenal, but I just don't think it does enough. And then, like, I would rather do a team up, I think, or a, whatever, or the powered up instead of this. But I don't know. Maybe it's great because if you have 6 mana, it just goes ahead and tramples in. But I don't know. It just feels too small, too easy to kill. Ant-Man's army, I think, is great. Making treasure early and then a food late game is phenomenal. Serpent Specialist. I love all 1 mana Death Touch 1/1. Sorry, I just realized I lost my focus. And then late game you get to put. I think this is great. Like a good solid C, would never cut. And then another Go Nuts. So the problem in green is there's no. I mean, like, other than Wakanda Royal Guard, there's no big green creatures that I would like make. There's nothing in here that would make me go green. The Go Nuts are good, but nothing super exciting. On to multicolored. So Speedball, I think, is just super cool and fun. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets Speedball, he gets 2/2 until end of turn. You can choose new targets for that spell. So what I love about this is it might as well have Hexproof. Like, I think that's just really great. The problem is that he has nothing. No evasion, no trample, no nothing. So, I mean, it's cool that you can cast your removal on him and then hit someone else. It does combo weirdly with the white creature. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, there's a white creature that whenever... Yeah. So it combos a little bit with her. So you could do, basically whenever you cast a spell, you could hit removal that targets a creature you own. You get a +1 counter on her, and then your Thunderstrike can still kill somebody else. So it's a cool combo. I guess you could go white-blue or white-red with it. But for now, I'm just going to put it as a C because no evasion, and it's a little awkward. Black Widow Double Agent. I think this would be a good enough card for me to go white-black, so I'm going to put it here. This card is just, Death Touch and First Strike is such a powerful thing that I think it's totally, and also, I think, yeah, it can be very scary. She's just very fragile, but there's so little removal that, anyway, I think it's great. Ares God of War. I just have not seen the red-black villain deck quite work out, but it attacks every time. Whenever attacking creature you controls dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Like, this reminds me of the... it's not as good, but it just definitely reminds me of the idea that the creature that was white. When all your tapped creatures are indestructible, it has that type of feeling. So I like the idea of it. It would be a reason to go red-black, but I don't think I'm going to go that way. Okay, we got Krang, which this was played against me, but I was able to beat it every time. The issue is, it's 4 mana. I think it's totally okay. It's just there's so many other 4-drops that do something on the turn it comes into play, which I don't technically have here. So, but, I don't know, obviously, maybe that is a thing, but either way, I do like it. This Scientist, I guess, only really works if you're playing Dimir artifacts. Yeah, ability of artifacts. So you may choose. So pay 2 life. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control from artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only during your turn, only once a turn. So I guess if I was doing Is it artifacts? This would be interesting to splash. It's a little weird because it's Demir. There is a lot of... I just didn't... I don't know if I really got them, though. I guess there's shield. That's... But... activated or triggered when it enters. Yeah, so that should work, right? In theory? Pay 2 life, make a dude. Pay 2 life, draw 4 card, or yeah, pay 2 life and 4 mana, draw 2 cards. That would be pretty cool. So I don't know. It's interesting. Abomination. It was played against me. I won by stealing it. It's 7 mana and sealed is no problem getting to in draft. We'll see. But it's totally fine. I almost would rather have the 4/4 reach, the Wonder Dogs. But if I was playing Gruul, I think it's... I mean, the fact it is removal by itself as a 5/5. So it's pretty great. A little scary. And then Ant-Man. And in my deck on the first day played green and had so many ways of getting counters, so I could see that this could really, really pop off. The idea here is that you play this, and then if you can immediately get a +1 counter, like be able to get the 1/1, I think it would be really cool. Yeah, I mean, you could go super wide between this and there's a rare called like Alien Invasion, so that would be super interesting. Anyway, and that would be 3 colors, but yeah, I think it's totally fine. All of the uncommon signposts would make me go into the colors. So that's the only awkward thing here. But if I go blue, blue black, I do have, yeah, and also the conniving. Yeah, conniving on flyers is, he connives, but man, it's a little hard. But let's see what we got with our artifacts, which we have. Oh, I missed one. Mockingbird. This guy's okay. 4 mana for 2/2, just so brutal because it's just so much mana. But double strike is great, and then whenever you cast a spell, it targets a creature you control. So you do have to take up the shield. That's like a cool combo. Just to hit him for 6 lifelink double strike. That's great. Sorry, no, it would be more than that. It would be 8/8. That's kind of a cool combo. And yeah, obviously you could also, do team tap. It doesn't help at all, really, because it gives a trample, but it would bump it larger. Sorry, I need to drink water. Anyway, on to the artifacts here. Vibranium Energy Daggers. Every time they've played it, I've been happy because the equip cost is 3. There was one guy today that played this, and he thought it just like instantly equipped to someone. And I'm like, no, that's not how this one works. It's just 1/1 indestructible. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, and equip 3. Someone had 2 of these in their deck with the guy that like taps and deals -4/-4, which was cool. That you sacrifice an equipment to give another creature -4/-4. But it's just if this equip would have even been 2. Like this could have been 2, and this was 2, like if it cost 2 and it cost only 2 to equip, they would have won the game. But it just, I don't know. So to me, it's just not anything I'm super excited about. Ultron Drone, though, if you have the Echo that duplicate this ability or duplicate the power up, or obviously I guess what is this one? This guy is pay to copy. This could be great. So this might be kind of cool because 3 mana 2/3 is not good. I mean, obviously, but if you can just pay 6 and make it a 4/3 and a 2/2, like I don't know. For some reason, I guess because I had so many ways of abusing it, I won with it. So maybe that's exactly it. So it's not 6 mana for the 2 creatures, it's okay, but like, man, if you just have a little bit more artifact payoff, like I don't know, it just feels really good. So I mean, I think it's probably a C right now. I just think I'm overly hyping it because I won with it. Same thing with this. I had this in my deck. 3 mana, flying, 2/2. So that is just not quite playable. But Whenever it attacks, draw a card if her power is 4 or greater. So between Connive, between the other power up, and then also you can just power up. 7 mana, put 2+1 counters on her. It is rough, but man, if you can copy this ability with either this or the Echo, then I think you're... or there's also the red card that lets you double it up. So again, it's probably a C-. Not as good as Ultrandrome, because this for 6 mana gives you 2 bodies, and this just gives you a 4/4 flyer. But then you get to draw a card every time you turn attack. I don't know. And then AIM Synthoids, 2 mana, 1/3 when it enters Surreal 2. In my pools, I think my pool today, I think this is the only 2-drop in my colors or that I could play. I mean, I had removal, I had a bunch of stuff, but like, so I think it's totally fine to see. So no crazy great, and then I've got quite a bit of fixing, so I could splash. Especially if I wanted to splash in white, that would be really easy. Or man, I could splash. I could go, yeah, like blue would be fine too. All right, so out of this pool, love to know what you guys think I should play. And the thing is, I just kind of just love Magic. I don't know. It's I know I'm a corporate shill basically, or just, I mean, it like Magic. The problem is I can't afford to play Magic anymore. That's the one thing, is that like when I was younger, I had well, let me say, let's just say a couple like a couple of years ago, I had more disposable income, and I could bought a dual land, bought whatever, all stuff. But now it's a little harder, so that's unfortunate. So I can agree with people that like I would love. I used to buy every single precon, but now that I've had 12 precons stolen from me, I don't want to pay $75 for a precon. Like, I'd rather make a Doctor Doom out of this stuff. Like, that could be, or I can do my own Stark, a budget deck or something. I don't know. It's so brutal. So looking at this, I mean, I think I got to at least try to build the black-blue deck. The only problem is, man, I got like 2 pieces of removal, and they're, this is great, but I've got very little like unconditional removal. And also my lands don't let me splash red. I might splash white just for the web up of Murdoch's Crusade, because I could easily run these 2 and 1 planes. Yeah, I think that would be I think I'll build that first and kind of see. Because Doctor Doom, the only thing is, Atlantis Attacks, I think, is also just really good. Tony Stark may not make the cut, but 6 mana flying haste 5/5 probably would, and even Tony Stark. Let's see how many artifacts I get. So I'm gonna pick my favorite colors here, and I did read the Hawkeye comic later, the newer version one. So I know people like, oh man, there's pizza in the thing, but that's part of the comic. Man, and obviously this is, oh my god, no, I can't remember the character, but anyway, the new female, it was in the TV show that my friend edited. They said they spent like, 80-hour weeks editing Hawkeye and WandaVision, but anyway. All right, so let's just build this. Red just doesn't have enough. I mean, I could, if I go all artifacts, like 3-color Grixis, these would be kind of cool, but I don't think I can get there. Yeah, I mean, I have just no good removal. Speedball probably would be crazy. I guess I could try splashing for Go Nuts. That also seems bad. I don't think Black Widow would be good. We'll see. So now I just start to try to build out the deck, starting with the things I know I'm going to definitely run. So Doctor Doom, we know we have a 6-drop. Cruel Alliance, I know I'm going to have a 3-drop. So I'm going to place my creatures above and spells like non-creatures below. And I love removal. I have definitely won with decks with up to 10 removal. You just got to kind of watch out. But 6 removal is really what we're looking for here, but we just, or interaction, I should say. So, lost my counterspell. Okay, so we know for sure we're going to run Atlantis Attacks at 7 mana also. So, I mean, this just means, we have probably better top end than anyone else that we're running up against. So, we know that we want card draw, and we know that we want here we go, more interaction. So I'm going to throw our counter spell in there as well. So 3 pieces of interaction is really low for me. So I'm absolutely going to run. I mean, man, black does have, there is a tempo villain deck here. Man, do we have enough? When it comes, I wonder if this would be better card draw. It might be. I love the basic land cyclers, especially in sealed. I mean, I want to get to 7 mana. I want to get to 6 mana. So what better way than to now? I definitely, okay, so I'm going to run Widow's Bite. We'll see about, Tony Stark just probably won't make the cut because it's not worth splashing red for. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough artifacts to run it, so probably no on Tony Stark, although he's really cool. I've got more robot villains. I'm aggressive. Rewrite history could be great just because rummage. Return 2 instants or sorceries. I don't even know if I've got, I've got these 2, that, yeah, okay. I don't think it's worth playing. I mean, except for if I get to bounce this. Yeah, okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets. So the only thing is, I'm definitely running shield, robot, deployment drone. I'm definitely running Hang the Conqueror. Just as a 4 mana flying 4/5 is great. And if I'm doing long, I definitely would run a tempo. There's a point here where maybe it's better to go blue-black tempo and cut the 7-drop, and even Doctor Doom would still run. The issue here is just not enough removal. Let me see my villains here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 villains. 12 villains right now. So what's just great is that, 12 villains makes Baron Strucker, both makes them cheaper and also they get to connive, so that's great. Hydra Troopers might be hard to turn on, so I'm not super. So we'd want to run, with this deck. So what does this one do again? Whenever another villain you control enters, attach 1 target of equipment or, no. Okay, so I love that this is a villain, 2 mana, but I guess the idea is you run the Vibranium daggers with it. Man, that seems really not great, but I'm willing to try. Sorry, it's a little toasty. I grew up in the desert, so that's why I love all the Southeast Asian countries. I guess the heat just reminds me of Arizona back at home. And the humidity just makes it more tolerable for me, actually. It took me, I don't know, 6 months, a year to get used to it, but it's overall great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's bare minimum. Man, I wish this. I mean, I guess the good news is you're basically you're always hoping to grab something back. I mean, I guess I could just run the dagger, a dagger. This feels so bad though. I'd rather splash for Web Up and Murdoch's Crusade. It gives me another target. 1, 2. Yeah, because like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Run 2 planes. Maybe 1 plane. See if I have the, no, I don't have the planes. They're basically on cycler. I got this one and that's it. That is unfortunate. I do have another, yeah, stupid. Yeah. So, man, would I rather run, problem is I don't have any good artifact payoffs, so I mean, I certainly could run these with the swordsman, but it just feels awkward. But I guess that's the villain's thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think because I don't have artifact payoff, but then I already running Visions of Villainy. I could try the Super Intelligence, or I could do Thirst of Knowledge, and that would give me another target to return with the stupid rewrite history. But then you're drawing 3, discarding 2. It just seems bad. I guess the only plus is I could play her and the swords. And let's look at this. What else we got here? Okay, Red Root Recruit. When this enters, it connives. Just overall solid 2-drop. Synthoids. When it enters, Surveil 2, 1, 3, totally fine 2-drop. Agents of Hydra. When this creature dies, create a villain, which would trigger my other enters the villain ETBs like Baron Strucker. So that's good. Mutant Hero, just great for tempo. Shield Drone, just great. Ultron Drone, probably worth cutting. I don't know. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so the question is the swordsman. Would I rather have? Kingspin Enforcers helps you get the Hydra Troopers online, sacrificing. Although you need to have an actual creature, not token, go in there. Problem is I need to dig. I mean, 5 mana, draw 3 cards broken up is maybe better than trying to hope to have someone live long enough super intelligence. Probably the better play. Swordsman. When another villain you control enters, attach up to one target equipment you control to target creature you control. Whenever an equipment creature you control attacks, it connives. Well, that part's amazing. The connive part is great. Man, they really try to make equipment. But if I cut them, then I'm kind of light on 2-drops. I do have other villains. Ninja the Hand. That's 5 mana is too much. It's just too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I cut. No, I'm just doing that for rewrite history. I still play this. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of interaction. Yeah, I just don't think you should be running less than that. I think otherwise you just get into trouble. I think you just have issues if you do. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have more. This is why. Okay. Well, here you go. But this is copy activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. And I cut my other artifacts. And then Krang is just great. So Krang as a 4-drop, I think is way better than the Swordsman. And then copy target activator ability, man. Also villains though. I mean, 4 2-drops compared to my last winning deck is super aggressive feeling. Copy target activated ability. So I mean, yeah, that would definitely make Ultron Drone much better. Man, all of these other red cards would be so much better though. Black Widow is also interesting and a villain. Wait, oh, she's a hero villain. That's kind of cool. Interesting. I guess I still get to copy this. Yeah. Only one. Okay. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Okay. Well, thanks for not making it fun. 2 mana to make a 2/2 and 2 more counters, though. I totally would play it. 2 mana to draw 2 extra cards. Totally great. 2 mana to make a extra 1/1. It's like, that's not great. I mean, 7 mana, 2 life to make her a 6/6 is whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, I mean, that's a deck. I'm just going to do one last check here and see if there's anything else. Like, I mean, if I was pure... Nah. This is maybe... I mean, I could just be more aggro and then just try this crazy deck. I mean, that's what they want us to do, I guess, right? Oh, man. There are 2-drops, and then I do have enough villains to make it work. I don't have enough equipment. I mean, I have Hawkeye's bow, but that would be ridiculous to splash for. Two mana hexproof, or 3 mana 2/2 hexproof doesn't seem like a one. Insect's not great. All right. Of this, I get to pay 2 life to surveil 2. I mean, we'll try it, but I definitely think that it would be by far better. Yeah, I just don't. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll stick with the 4 artifact and a prayer here. Man. It just seems, they just seem bad to me. It would be cool in tempo. This is a villain, that's a villain, that's fine. Yeah, let's just stick with this. I could cut the Enforcer or the Hydra Troopers and add 1 more artifact in, but obviously I could cut my splash, but it seems also just like not really worth it. So we got my hangers here, and we got yeah, I can run these 3 lands, 1 plains, and we're kind of good to go here. I'm gonna go dig up some swamps here. But yeah, I don't know. It's been, it has been, I don't know, it's been just really fun. Like, maybe it's just because I used to be a Marvel fanboy. Maybe it's just because I am, you know, after having all my cards stolen, I just want to experience fun again, and this is a great way to do that. I don't know. Don't really know. It's, I hate that she stole my damn basic lands. But I think I got enough from some pre-releases here. There's my 1 plains. I almost had, I mean, I also rebuying basic lands makes me just ill. But I think I almost bought a combo pack or something like that just because, I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had Magic cards stolen or just even been scammed. But there's just this feeling that when, like, when I see content online using them, it's just like, it's so annoying. It's one of those things where it's like, it physically pains me to have them, to like, yeah, see those cards again, that and especially having to buy them again, it just feels so it's just frustrating and sad. It's a hard, and I probably just needed to learn how to get over things, and I guess I should take it as a how many swamps we want to run. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll figure this. So my next thing that I usually do here is try to figure out how many of each I want to run. Basic lands it is, right? So here's a swamp, there's a plains. I should have some dice around here. Anyway, so I do this thing where I just count the pips up in real life. So, you know, we have 2 white. So with 2 white, I actually would prefer 4 sources, but I'm gonna basically count the land cycler and the 2 dual lands in this, right? So if I had 1 white card splashing, you want 3 white sources. With 2, I'm gonna have 4. So it's the bare minimum, and also this is removal. So like Murdoch's Crusade, I'm never gonna cast on turn 2 unless it has some crazy rare. So it's removal and it's slower. So I'm totally okay to run just the 4 white sources, no problem. I have, you know, the spell 2 blue. You want to run at least 6 blue sources. Any of these double pips, same thing with Dr. Doom. So I basically want to try to have at least 6 blue sources and at least 6 black sources. And that's kind of the easiest way to start kind of figuring things out. So, right, so that means that we need a total of, let me grab some more dice. I could find, I thought I threw it in my other bag. Anyway, I'll just steal it from my other pre-release account. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Anyway, six blue, 6 swamps, and the 1 plain, so should be fine total. But so with black, I have 1, 2, so I need to grab a few more swamps here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, and then I need 1, 2, at least 4 more islands at least. I will have to take them out of my other deck. That's okay, or I could proxy some. Okay, so I'll grab them out of this deck from today. Actually, I've got 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Sure, we'll use these islands. Which I don't know. I mean, I love Universes Beyond, but I don't know about these islands, to be honest. But hey, I'll take it. It's a Coney Island from New York. It's part of the Manhattanverse. Yeah. The other problem, I think, is that since we have so many characters, like, what is the plot of this? Like, I mean, the Vorthos players, they have, like, I mean, I guess Vorthos players just love all the characters in the event. I mean, like, like, Doctor Doom will, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I love all Magic, but I can understand some people's being upset with Universe Beyond. If you were really big into the story, there's so many characters, so many things. Like, how is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. working, or working with? I mean, like, it's all over the place. I think. How are they dealing with Doctor Doom when you got Kang going on, like with Loki? I don't know. It's just all over the place. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 5 lands that are still, because you normally run 17 lands. In Sealed, I'm a big fan of running 18 lands, and with a 7-drop and a 6-drop that we want to get, I would be interested in doing that, but I think between having the land cycler, I think I'm okay with 17 lands. Basically 18 lands, 18 sources. Anyway, so with that being said, those last 5 lands, we're basically going to divide. We know we have 2 white cards, right? And then I just basically go through and count up. Oh, where is my other dice? Damn it. Hopefully I didn't throw out my other dice yesterday. Found my dice bag. There we go. From Korea. Okay, so we know that we have 2 white pips. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 black. And now with blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this just gives me an idea of what my mana requirements are and what my ratio should be, right? So now that we know that, we can basically, the last 5, we know that we want just a little more black sources than blue. So I basically going to add 5 swamps and 2 islands. So I'm going to go grab them out of here. So 3 more swamps. from 40k, why not? And let's see if I don't have any more islands here, do I? Maybe in my other deck. Oh yeah, I made a Prismari, didn't I? Prismari? Oh goodness, let's see if I can find this here. I think at this point, since I've lost so many stuff, I think I just want to go and use Mana Vault and scan all my cards. So again, I know exactly everything I have. Oh man, I bought a collected company for my mono green deck, and I just, even with all creatures, like, it's just, in Commander, it fails. You're just gonna end up failing more times than I would like to. Did I return my islands in Korea? Might need to proxy some islands here. There's one. Separate my basic lands so I have them for next time. Considering all my cards got stolen, I'm pretty excited to try that land, the basic of the game where you just play all the lands. All right, well for now I'll take these out. We got okay. Let me just grab these forests. If I have to, I could always use some forests if I need to. That might be. What's in here? Cool cards. That's what's in there. And I have. Okay, so I just need two more. Here's two more islands. Okay. It's gonna be awkward. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's really hard. I've always been just good at Magic, just enough to win a little money, but never win more money than I put into it. So it's like having a bad gambling addiction, which is kind of sad. All right, so now let's count up let's get rid of this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I grabbed the extra island by accident. I did. Okay, sad. Let's get rid of this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's crazy because I played one of my pre-releases the day before with only 13 lands. In competitive Magic, you would just be game over. I lost my first game, and then I sideboarded in the appropriate lands, and then I won the other two games, so it was fine. But yeah, we'll try this. I could always maybe add one more artifact if it would help. It's okay. It's not great. It's either I play 2/2s that only work with. So a lot of people like pile shuffling, and that's what I'm gonna do because I have no sleeves. And I don't know. Is Dr. Doom worth something? Probably. That's kind of sad. But also here in the Philippines, you got to really be careful. The cards curl very quickly if you're not careful about things. See how we're doing here. Yeah, we're still doing fine. Hope you guys have all, if anyone's listening, I hope you guys have a great life. Hope you have great food. Here's a little tip if you're ever not sure what to do with yourself, especially if you have a job that you hate. Make sure that every weekend you have amazing food, great relationships, whether that's romantic or with friends. Make sure that you can see some art, make sure that you see some nature, and do something physical, and do something for your mind. So that can be meditation, can be games, all that type of stuff. But anyway, all right, so I am going to cut, I think, at this point. But yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep it going. Why not? It doesn't really matter. All right. So I'm going to do some playing against myself here because that's always fun and ridiculous at the same time. I could get that other shot, but we'll just try to see how I can do it from here. Okay, so player A, player B. So we have our pre-release versus their pre-release deck. This was my pre-release deck for the first day. High roll, 1 and 18. So we'll go first. And this could be a disaster, but hopefully you'll kind of see how this deck plays out. And there's my dice bag. Cool. Got all the counters, got all the dices. Let's see how things go. All right, so we're gonna draw our first 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well we got our 2 main colors, which is great. We have 2 4-drops and our 7 drops. So that's really, really sad. So like this definitely would be a hand that I don't know if I want to keep or not, to be honest. But we do have 3 mana and a 3-drop. It is sealed. Man. And we got some lifelink. Kang also helps draw cards. I think if this was like a really high level competition, I probably would. And we know we have 2 drops, but we did not get any. But we only have like 5 or 6, so this is the problem. I think if this is just regular pre-release, I think I'm going to keep this, so we'll see how that goes. And our competition, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope I shuffle this. If not, find out real soon. I definitely did not shuffle this. I am actually going to let them have a free mulligan because I totally forgot about that. I just should have shuffled. That was dumb. So normally you do not get a free mulligan, but that was ridiculous. I must have just forgot to actually shuffle. Did I take anything out of this deck? No. Okay. I'll cut. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so crazy, but I do have a 2-drop. I have all my colors. No, 3 of my colors. Oof, missing white. Red is my splash. I think I'll still keep. It's mildly scary though. Yeah, but again, it's a pre-release, so it's fine. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna raise up the table a little. All right. Okay, so we go first over here. Turn 1. Let me grab another dice just so we have an idea of what turns this is. Turn 1. And this is, oh yeah, we only start with 20 life. I forgot, I've been playing so much Commander, I actually forgot. Okay. All right, so I'm going to play my island first and pass the turn. Over here, I'm going to draw for turn and forest and pass. Over here, I drew another land and not an island. That's very unfortunate. Swamp, pass. Over this turn, drop a... I think is island also my splash? Oh man, all right, that's gonna be really bad. So we will tap these and play White Tiger. We'll do it this way, just so we have a little bit of definition here. So, all right, we're on the board. Draw a card, shield. That's pretty fantastic. But a 2/3 lifelinker pairs a little better up against a 2/2. that I don't even care if I lose to a combat trick, do I? Not really. Yeah, it's fine. So shield is a better card, and I would get better, like, get in the air quicker, but I think the lifelink is gonna get me, so. All right, over here I finally got my white, but we are a little far away, and also we are just not doing great, but I'll definitely play it down. We're flooded out quite a bit. But that will help us later on, but we cannot attack at all, so I'm just going to pass turn. Okay. So that seems pretty great. So I could play my Krang, but there's no... Also, we're attacking into open mana. So of 3 different colors, so that's not the greatest. I think the best thing right now is to go ahead. Of course, we could get the Krang online. So here's where, like, just attacking to see if they have it might be just totally worth it. I think I just go for it. I wish I had... Oh, actually, before that... Yeah, it's a little rough. So rewrite history I could play out. That way I get at least a counter on it and get to... I think that's what I should do because I really need a double blue. So basically I'm just going to do the rewrite history as an enchantment out. Because even if they kill my guy, I want to rummage right now, even though, like, I need that other island. Eventually it's just not gonna, like... Nothing's going to happen if I don't. So I'm going to attack in. The other player will not block. So this gets a counter. Actually, it's whenever you become tapped. So immediately, before anything, I get to draw a card in the discard. Well, that's unfortunate that I played my land. So I'm an idiot, but that's okay. This is a big lesson to learn that I just should not have played my land. I should have waited for this because now I've got to wait 2 turns before I can do anything. And also now I have to discard a card. So as much as I like Krang, I like all these cards, but at least now I know I will be able to cast them. I think, even though this is a better card, now I also could just get rid of the sorcery now, and I will get it possibly back with rewrite history, so I'm actually going to get rid of that. It's a little crazy. It's my most powerful card, but I'm not casting it anytime soon. And it's, this gives the plan an actual, like, purpose. So I think that is by far the right play. Got to do something smart considering how fucked up my language, sorry. But anyway. Okay, so now we take the 2 damage because we have nothing. And we gain 2 life. So we go to 22. So it's feeling overall pretty great. All right. So, more flooding out here, which is just horrible. So this deck, now, I mean, if they play a second creature, this is excellent. But if not, I don't even know if it's even totally worth it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I definitely could attack in because I don't want to block. But I can't, it's like I'm not even going to be able to race. So I will attack in for the 2, but it's pretty all around bad. Just play down an island, keep our opponent guessing, and we pass. Oh, sorry, I forgot the turns. I got so much distracted. All right, Hydra Troopers. When this creature enters, create a tapped villain if there are 2 or more creatures in your graveyard. So, well, that would be a good reason to go ahead and start getting creatures in my graveyard. Another tactical blunder by me. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will not play this just in case I draw a island. So I'll go ahead and go to attack, get this, draw, and then discard a card. It's Web Up. Well, I do have the mana for that, or will. So, Hydra Troopers, I think I'm just going to go and discard the shield. It is a great card, but I think I'd just rather prefer to get value out of this. Whatever, it's going to take a little work. I think I'd rather play Krang this turn. So attack in, I gain back the 2 life. This goes down to 16. Second main phase, I play this, gain a 3rd life. And now, we'll go ahead and play our Krang. 4th counter, okay, cool. Whenever 1 or more creatures become tapped, so I'm sure, yeah, no other way to do that, this is fun. Okay, so pass the turn. Do have 2 creatures. Is it worth, since they're tapped out, it seems like a pretty good time to at least, this is untapped. Superhero Civil War is still pretty damn great. So I will go ahead and pay the 5 and play it. Okay, let's go chapter 1. Gain control of up to oh, actually, this is important though. They're 1 mana off. Gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less. So I don't quite have it. So I forget. I thought that this could gain control of 2 creatures, but it's actually not. It's 6 or less, and this is 3, and this is 4. So I could gain control of Krang, but not the other one. Man, that is rough. I'm gonna take that back. It's a pre-release. It's okay. We're gonna play Captain Marvel instead, which is interesting because that means I could. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. No attacks. Also, I want to use this on turn 5, though. But at least this gives me, hopefully, a blocker. And we see what happens. Untap, upkeep, draw. Card draw. Okay, but now I have... Definitely can play my own Krang the Conqueror, or I can get rid of their guy. So it's definitely best to use up all my mana. So I'm going to go ahead and... I mean, I want Krang to attack anyway, and even though I get to connive, but like, I think the best play here is web up Captain Marvel. And then I can go to attacks. So trigger first from when they tap, technically, I guess, right? Is that, I'm not sure if that would be exactly right. Another island. This goes to 3. I mean, I do want land if I want to ultimate Krang the Conqueror, and the problem is the Hydra Troopers, I would like to have a second creature in my graveyard, but I don't. So I'm just going to plan on drawing more cards anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the island, I think. It's a little tough, but we'll go with that. Because I don't want to get rid of Kang. I definitely want to power this up next turn and or do Civil Wars, so that's no good. So I will still not block. Oh yeah, first of all, this connives. Now, discarding a creature is better here because this way I actually get a +1. So I'm actually kind of glad I got rid of the island there. So I'll do this so I can get a +1 on my Kang the Temporal Tyrant. Okay. Whenever you draw your second card each turn... Oh, I forgot this actually would have already triggered. So that means this goes to 15 and I gain a life, right? Yeah. Miss triggers. That's how things go. All right. And then go to my second. So actually this would hit for 4, 5, 6. So that brings them down to 9, correct? 9. That seems pretty good. And I gain 2 more. So seems pretty excellent here. Yeah, then second main phase, pay 2, play an artifact, draw a card. More removal. Excellent. Okay. Feeling pretty good. Over here, untap, upkeep, draw. Go nuts. Would have been great if I still have a creature. But go nuts is really good right now. If I could just kill... So, I can play a... I already have a plains, right? Yeah, okay. I have all 4 of my colors. So I'll play a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So... I could power up, which is cool because I got a 3/3 and a 4/4. And I can do that at instant speed. I mean, there might, but that's just not going to be enough. I need to very much start killing some of those guys here. I could steal the Kingpin's Enforcers just to gain some life as well, but Krang... I think I just need to steal Krang. The problem is that you gain control of up to 2 mana. Yeah, so they don't untap. But I'm going to pay the 5. Grab another dice here. Man, I mean, you have to have so many dice to play here. So I'm going to gain control of Kang. And then I will pay 1. And yeah, man. The teamwork of 3 is really annoying here because otherwise I'd love to do both. But I will just go ahead and fight these 2 against each other. So I'll just put this in my graveyard up here for now. Problem is that they gain 2 more life, so they go to 8, but this dies. And yeah. So yeah, gain control of up to 2 target creatures' total mana value 6 or less. So I bring the Kang at 4. And yeah, we'll see what they can do against that. All right, so then we're back over here. Draw for turn. Okay, so it's very rude. Now I slightly wish I had that other island. So what's annoying now is I have no other creatures to attack back. I'm at 28, so I'm not that big of a deal. I mean, I could play Hydra Troopers just to go ahead and throw down. I get the villain and the 3/2. And then I could also Murdoch's Crusade my own Kang just to save myself from one. I mean, I guess they'll connive, but I don't know if they want to put. Oh, man, they get to gain life off of this also. And then they also get to fight back, so it's mildly annoying. It's definitely annoying, that's for sure. Also could just play this 4/4, but this is a 4/5, so it doesn't even block well. So the real choice is I could pay my 5 mana, throw down Hydra Troopers, and kill my own guy. And then they're just going to fight later on. Yeah, it's just really... I mean, this ends up just being pretty great value this way. Yeah, I think that's what I got to do. Or I could just draw 4 cards, hope to get a land, also kill it. Oh, wait, hang on. Fuck. That's right, I can exile the Civil War before they can use the fight. So Murdoch's Crusade, I think, is the right answer because I can exile target creature with 4 toughness or greater, which could be Kang or their other guy. And even better, though, yeah, I get to exile target enchantment with mana 4 or greater, which is just 5. So, and I think, and of course, as long as the saga remains in the battlefield. So I think that's got to be my game plan, but I need to do that. I need teamwork of 4. I could just kill it, get my guy back. That's actually the right play. Yeah, just kill it is because I don't want to kill. I mean, yes, I could really get the. I could like try to really mise or whatever they call it, but I'm just gonna head and kill the Civil War. And then I get back my guy. So that, and that really prevents a lot of the other problems I would have. And then I'll go ahead and tap 3 and for Hydra Troopers. And now, since I have, if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, which I have, the Shield and the Ultra, and the King, I've got three creatures in there, so great. One or more creature you control. Well, I know one control is, okay. All right, so cool. So now I get a wait, is it a robot villain? It's a regular villain. What type of villain is it here? It's a regular villain. So this enters tapped. It enters tapped. Does, if one or more creatures you control become tapped? Okay. I'm guessing it does not count that way. Yeah, I think that's overall fantastic. Okay, so then we come back over here. Draw for turn. Well, I was really hoping for the gaining life. So I already have 6 mana. I have flooded out. I'm gonna go ahead and gain a life, go to 10. So I could attack and just think that they'll be stupid. No, it doesn't even matter. It's a 3/3. Nope, I think you just got to pass and hope they forget that power up is, you can do it as an instant. So untap. Upkeep, draw. There's the island. Okay, so now I don't have enough mana to do both. I can't double spell again, but it doesn't really matter. Whenever you draw your second, so this is one of those few times where, oh man, having the flyer is nice. I have to attack in. Oh man, it's just awkward. Super awkward. The villain is too small. Kang is big enough, so Kang definitely will attack, and he gets to connive as well. But since he has an ability, and also he drains, so I'm just going to go ahead and play. Man, I am going to get to draw 2 cards, though. So on one hand, I'm losing a +1 counter on this guy. Kang would just be more powerful anyway. But I don't want to lose Kang. I mean, a 5/5 menace is fine. But I think I'd just rather play that than the brute. So either way, we go to our combat. And I think with them at 10, I mean, they're going to make a 4/4, but this gets a 3/3. I guess they double block the Kang. Which I guess is fine, but also sad. So I don't know. I think I send in the team. I could also draw 2 cards too. So first, when they tap, this triggers. So I could draw Agents of Hydra. When this creature dies, create. Okay, it's fine. Problem is I have to discard, so it's kind of awkward. Yeah, I'll just kind of discard this. And then okay, so that was when you draw, so I get to gain 9th. They go down to 9 again. And now we connive, right? Whenever he attacks, you connive. So I draw 1. Shit. Well, that changes a little of everything. So now I'm actually just going to keep this up. So I will absolutely get the Braxton brute down. And yeah, attack in. So this only does spells, so I cannot get rid of the ability. But that will put a counter on this. And that will also put a counter on this. When the force counter is put on this enchantment, Wait, was that 3 or was that 2? Oh my God, sorry, I'm a little tired. Did I just cheat? I don't think I cheated, no. 1, 2, I think that's right. That was the 4th time? Or did I cheat? Maybe I cheated. Hang on here. What did I discard before? I discarded this the first time. This the second time. I could not. Yeah. Okay. And then this the third time. Okay. Yeah, it's only 3 counters, not 4. Okay. That would be. Oh, okay. If I get a chance, I'm going to return these 2 back. But anyway, okay. All right. So attacking with everybody. So this goes ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for power up. Get another +1. Another +1 counter on here, and you put a legendary 4/4. Man, I got the amount of basic land. Do I have any 4/4 tokens? Probably not. No. Not in all of Magic do I have a 4/4. All right, well, that's sad. Here. Sadly, a 4/4. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be one somewhere, somehow. Anyway, okay, so that means I have 7 power, 7 toughness. And I'm at 9. I could double block the villain and just completely, and then just take 5, 6, 7, 8, and hope they have no way of pumping. It's looking really grim here. I think I'd just rather stop Kang, I think. And then I take 5, go to 4. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So damage. Sorry, I was at 9. I'm taking 5, so I go to 4. And then choose to kill the 4/4. Tiger God can't be blocked by more than one creature. Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of cool though. That is a cool ability. And then to end our turn. Oh, the only problem is I don't have enough. No. I do have enough blue sources now. Yeah, I can pay this for Kang the Conqueror, which threatens lethal. And then I have Counterspell up. Seems nigh unbeatable. So, all right, then we go back over here. We flat out more, and we concede. Next game. Yeah, that was really brutal, and it shows that blue villains, I guess when you have, I mean, it really didn't even, yeah, I didn't even have to use any rares. I mean, obviously I had a rare at the end, but, and splashing web up and I mean, that really saved us the game because I mean, otherwise the Civil War just would have gone right over us. So, I mean, enchantment removal in this set is just really, really important. Not gonna riffle shuffle just so I don't traumatize anybody, but yeah, I don't know. That's so we'll be on the play. Hope to see if we can actually make a comeback here. Sorry, with the other deck. But yeah, this deck overall, black blue villains so far, 1 game up on a pre-release winning deck. So we know that we've built it pretty good if it beat that deck. Although the 4 colors, and I probably just should have mulled, but that's also just proves that just because it's pre-release, I mean, it's not like I was super aggressive either. Just shows you how many damn, yeah, it's got red, white, so just shows you that how much tokens and counters and everything you need to play. I really like the idea of the bar cube. I don't know if anyone has any of those. I'm a big fan of cubes. I think cube technically might be the best way to play Magic. And then second would be, I am missing a card. That's sad. Maybe I did steal one card out of this deck. Double check, make sure that I didn't have it over here. Let me just make sure that I have. Maybe I took out my commander deck. I put in 2 cards, the ring and something else. Let me make sure though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 lands? A little weird. Just double checking, but I don't see any other. Well, hopefully I don't lose because I have 39 lands. Wait, what's this? Okay. Oh, maybe I took out, it's in the green box. It's in my thing, let me see here. Maybe I took out one of the scroll. I didn't end up adding it, right? Nope, no, I didn't, nothing here at all. Weird. What I can do is I could add goofy guy. Yeah, sure. Wasn't sure if I was going to add this, but I'll just add it back in. Yeah, I really love playing Cube, number 1. Then second has got to be the Mystery Boosters. Mystery Booster 1 I played only once or twice, but Mystery Booster 2, man, 1 is probably more fun just because it's like a lottery. You're basically, so that was really fun. I mean, Chaos Draft is amazing. At LA GP LA, I got to play and beat Jimmy Wong at Chaos Draft. That was great. I worked with him also, filming for some Intel laptop thing, HP Omen. That's what it was. All right, so let's do some random cutting and some random cutting. Okay, so. White deck is on the play. See if I can come back from that disaster. But yeah, flooding out is part of Magic. It allowed me to beat some of the best, world's best players. All right, so here we have white and green, and we have Harrier Strike, man, and we're missing, yeah. So I think, this is not great. So I could easily lose if I don't ever get my splashes on. But I also don't want to mull again. I do have at least interaction, but then I may not be doing anything till turn 4, so that is sad, but I do have the lands, so I will keep and then hope that I get something better. Maybe this is, I did win with 4 colors, but maybe 4 colors is not the way when you have equal fitting. The problem here is I have no islands. But I also have all playable stuff. 2-drop into 3-drop. Actually that, yeah, and then card draw. Since I have the card draw, I will keep it. But it is also a little risky. But I'm also on the draw, so it's kind of fine. So I'm definitely 85% chance of drawing a land on the I don't know. And also I have more no, I have more swamps than islands, but it's not even that big deal. I'll be fine. Okay, so we will just start. Get 21 right off the bat. There we go. Okay, well that's not a good sign, but we'll play our plains, or play our swamp, sorry. And that helps a little bit, and we'll pass the turn. So this will be turn 2. Try to actually keep this active this time. Great, got all my splash colors, and they haven't done anything. So now I'm... no, I didn't get all my splash colors, but I do have access to Hulk Smash. So I'll gain another life, and I am... this is untapped, good to go. So I will play my swamp. Oh, I also get to surveil, so I feel like I'm doing fine. So we'll go ahead and play Ultra. Oh, no, Vincent. Ugh, I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. That is not what I meant to say. Red Room Recruit. When this enters, it connives. That's what I was saying. The fact that you get to like draw an additional card, and now I get to connive. Okay, so do I want a 2/3? Yes. I think I will. I could also again get rid of Atlantis Tax, but I'm going to save it now because I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it or not. Baron Strucker. So I want to play Baron Strucker next turn instead of Baron. I wish I had more villains, but I'm just going to bet that I can draw more into them, I think. You know, I think the... No, I guess sequencing there, I'm just gonna get rid of the 7-drop. It's just a sad but true. Okay, but then this gets a +1 counter. And then I pass the turn. So it's turn 3. Okay, 5-drop that I debated about cutting. So the problem here is I don't have Captain America, and I'm 1 turn away from Pet Avengers. Hulk Smash does nothing right now, so, and Helicarrier Strike is not going to be, do enough damage because I don't have anything, so that is another sad day. Okay, untap, I'll keep drawing. I play a land for turn, and we'll go ahead and get Baron Strucker Hydra Overlord up on, let me move my lands down here just so it's easier. Okay, so we got our him online whenever another villain controls enters. So now we've got 2 villains, so we're happy about that. Go to attacks, attack for 2, make them back down to 20. Turn 4. This is horrific. Again, I'm not doing anything. Okay, claim the kingdom, which is great earlier on, and when you have creatures to put +1 counters on. So we will play this out and play our... Man, I wish I had 1 more land. I wish I had a 2-drop or something that could at least Helicarrier Strike, but I don't. Pet Avengers and pray they don't have removal, which is pretty possible. Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, now we have our splash. But I can't play it, so we'll go ahead and gain a life. Oh, that's annoying. Sorry. This is actually 20. This is actually 1. Okay. So I could just kill the 4-drop. Could give myself Death Touch and shrink it, which would be awkward. Whenever another villain controls, you may have it connive. So this is only 2 mana. Either of these are only 2 mana. So I could double spell next turn, as long as Baron stays alive. Cannot kill this. This I can kill, but it's awkward. Sure. Okay, I will go to attacks. I have the 4/4, and I need to save it for Hulk Smash, so I will not block, because otherwise that will be pretty horrible. Yeah, I'll just take it. Because it's awkward that they attack in, so, I mean, and they have all their mana on tap, so then we just go ahead and pay 2. I could also just pay 2 and draw 2 cards, which is interesting. My teamwork was 3, so I couldn't do both either way. I mean, I still would have shrunk it and killed it, but yeah. Yeah, lifelink, it seems good. So I get to connive. Okay, well that's another land, which would be great. So next turn, 5 mana. I can do this. No, whatever. I like the, I'll just ditch the drone. Could get rid of his bike, but that's fine. This is another case where I should have maybe played this first before playing the land, but I didn't know. But I'm an idiot now. I guess this is still better because I get to do Murloc's case first, so yeah. Whichever. I think we're doing fine. All right, untap. Upkeep, draw. So, did not get a land, so that's horrible. I need to use some removal. Man, ugh, so bad. So I could play the White Widow and put a counter on each of the things. Turn artifact or enchantment card from graveyard. That doesn't help now, but it would help maybe later. Yeah, it's just all around bad. The advantage here, though, is that they have 2... You just know that they have some sort of trick. Really need one more land for this stuff to really pop off here. To actually do anything, to be honest. Not looking great. Another blocker is pretty good. You assume that they have a combat trick or something. You want to use up all your mana if you can. But also... Oh yeah, I forgot. This has a +1 from Connive. This is turn 5, by the way. Missed a land drop. Pretty relevant right now. Yeah, I think I just play it just because it's the most power and toughness I can add to the board. If they've got removal or a combat trick, I just gotta eat it. It's fine. I think that is the play, and I think I pass as they are on the beatdown. Okay, so then we untap upkeep draw. Counterspell, which is great. Baron's pretty good for that. Now I do regret that I got rid of the villain because it would only cost me 2. And it would have been with Connive, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. Actually, do I want to play Island now? Yes. I think I do no matter what. So, question is, well, yeah, now there's just no reason. Also is awkward, though. This is now a 3/4, and this is a 5/5. I can definitely kill... I'm gonna kill this. I have a 3. It's just... Well, I guess it's a 3/4. I have a 3/4. See, it makes the most sense. Exile the Pet Avengers. I'm so sad that you have to kill pets in this, but that's okay. And now at least I can tack in. Problem is it will just kill any of my other stuff, but I also have the Widow's Bite, so you know I just could go. It's a 3/4. Yeah. Just go all in with everybody. Only problem with this is then I lose out on not having counterspell, but it's just more proactive and it just seems like what I need to do. Yeah. So at this rate, I know they have a trick, but I also don't want to take. I could take 1, 2, 3, 4, block the lifelinker. Yeah. So you just do that. And take 4, go to 14. But before that happens, yeah, just do Widow's Bite to finish it off, I think is the right aggressive play. So I take 4 here, gain 3, go to 24. Yeah, and it's like tempo-y. I mean, and you know, it's not. Sorry, this is now turn 6. Haha, of course I get it, and I don't have the land to play it. This was considerably better on this board because I can steal 2 creatures. I should not have blocked because I needed the Hulk Smash. So now I might just be game over. That was the wrong, yeah. That was the wrong play. But I would have also taken 3 more damage. Yep, that was just really bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. It is just game over. I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna completely cheat. It's fine. Let's just rewind. And I take 3 more damage, which does bring me to 11. But yeah, I just can't play anything. So okay, we go to my turn. Untap. I lost my dog, which already was sad. Have this card. But at least now I can smash to kill someone. I have to do it now because they're tapped out. The problem is you're not gonna. Just don't think it's gonna matter, to be honest. But at least this way we can deal 3 damage to my. And this makes things bigger and also gives mana reduction. So I think I'll kill Baron. It's just they both deal the same damage, but this will deal more damage ultimately. Just to at least bring things down. Get this card back. But then I would have drawn 2 cards. Sure. Yeah. I'm completely cheating, but it's okay. I'm just going back in time. Yeah, everything else is fine. Okay, then we go back to this turn. But I just don't think it's going to matter because I can draw for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't convoke or cannot connive. Yeah, that's fine. I wish I also don't have enough mana to put down the brute and also. But I can keep up counterspell. Yeah, I think like you just attack him with everybody. And so with that being said, I guess you would go to blocks and man, I guess I blocked the lifelinker. Yeah. I would go to blocks. Then I would go ahead and tap this for the teamwork to deal 4 damage to the lifelinker. Now, knowing that you can just sacrifice it to itself. But I think it's just way better for me just to counterspell it. Counter target spell, unless they pay 2. They only have 1 mana, so this gets gone. Then pay 2 more mana. Now for Widow's Bite to finish this guy off and neuter him. So you take 2, and this dies. And then I am stuck with this, yeah. Okay, all right. I need to draw a land over here, or else I'm probably just dead. I did not draw a land, but it... Oh, wait, did I take the 3? Oh my god. I think I did. I must have. Or 2. Yeah, I took 2, okay. So... that is unfortunate, but it will get us there. Undercover Scrawl. There is only 1 creature because you exiled the other one. Exiling again, which is really relevant. And might as well just play Claim the Kingdom, even though it does nothing. Gotta hope, yeah. And hope that I can survive 1 turn before, yeah. It's gonna be close. Sorry, I'm playing both sides, so I feel emotion for both. Okay. It's like, whatever. It's another villain, but I don't have a villain payoff anymore. Definitely play a 4/4 menace at this point is probably pretty close. Oh, before I do anything, going to attack, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to 4. Gain 3 life. Go to back up to 25. So that's looking great. And then basically this is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might as well, yeah, cast them both. Yeah. The Brute, and then the Scientist Supreme of Aim. Just a 2/2, but hey, it could do some things. Yeah, that seems like it's going to be nigh unbeatable, but you never know. It is a land, but it won't matter much, will it? I think the problem is they come into play tapped. I could steal that. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna play it. I get to play the land. I get to still keep my guy. Maybe there's a way. So I got a counter on this. That's what I love about Magic. It's always just a puzzle on how do you win and how do you survive. So, or is there any way I could play? I could play a guy and then add another counter to it, but that just doesn't really matter. 2/2 is also just, man, 4 life is so hard. I think Civil War is the only thing that saves me here. More counters. My only one card I use for D&D. Gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less. So this is 5, but that is the equivalent of 2. Oh, man. That is a big guy. Or I can take the 2/2 and the, like, I mean, the problem with I need the lifelinker to live, survive. But also Menace just kills me. I could also just take both. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. So I could take this lifelink and this, and then I'm gonna lose both to the Menace. If I get 1 connive card or draw, then I'm just game over. Or I just take the big guy, the untapping, and then I'm really in trouble. This way I grab... Sucks though, I need this for the blue. I could have played the land now and then not tapped him, and maybe that was the right way to play it. I am completely cheating all over the place. Yeah, but do I really want to put counters on their creature? I guess with the lifelink I do. Man, they draw almost anything and I'm dead. If I take the menace guy, then I do have a bigger blocker. Yeah, okay. I think I just need to take the menace. It's just... At 4 life, though, I'd really like to have the lifelinker. Of course, if they draw 1 removal, they already use the enchantment removal. Yeah, one removal, I think either way I'm dead. Right, because but they have used 2 of the removal up already. Oh, sorry, this is turn 7, I think. Okay. Yeah, all right, let's just go. Untap, upkeep. It wouldn't take much here. And draw. It's a land. Well, that's super unfortunate. So I attack with everybody. I lose my 2/2 and a 3/4. I can sack it to draw a card. Wow. Right. 6, 7. Wait, yeah, that was turn 7, so I should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I've gotten. Yeah, I had a land in my hand, so okay. That is super unfortunate. I mean, I could just sack other cards to see if I sack the guy just to try. I think you attacking for lethal. Fuck. Sacrifice itself. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Tack in with everybody. I think is still the right play. And then you've got to go to blocks. You're at 4 is the problem. So I think you have to block the lifelinker, the 3/4. And then you block the scientist with the undercover scroll, as sad as that is. Yeah. I will sacrifice it to itself because I want that dead anyway. And there's only one. Yeah, only one creature. So let's we'll tap these 3. Yeah, so I have all my colors. Sacrifice this to draw a card. Okay, that's a thing. That is a thing. And then they trade. And I take 2 and go to 2. Second main phase. Play a Krang. Yeah, just keep on applying pressure. Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. That is good. And where's my cards? Oh, here's my cards. Okay. If I wouldn't have lost the scroll, it would have been pretty amazing. Because then I could have tapped it for 2 mana. That would have been incredible. But Go Nuts allows me to live again. So this goes to 2. Sorry. Pretty relevant. It's not a. Oh, it's a real dice. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we'll trade this over here. 2. Okay. Creatures you control get +1/+1 gain vigilance until end of turn. So that's cool. Attack for 5. You got on a 20? Okay. It's Menace. They can't even block it. Great. This is horrible, right? Yeah, this is horrible. Target creature. Yeah, I'm going to get to fight over and over again, so I will go nuts. 4 damage to Krang. He only does 3 back, so that was pretty great. Yeah, it's either that or I do Doc Samson, and then... yeah, is that the right play? I can't imagine it being the right play. Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. Okay. Land for turn. Surveil 2. Rewrite history. Well, the thing about rewrite history is I still got 20 life. If I can bring back my 2 instance sorceries, I think it's totally fine. I cannot really attack with a 4/4, but it's also just going to kill one of my guys next turn. But I'll get my guy back. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Untap, upkeep, draw. It's a land. Okay. Target creature you control fights up to 1 other target creature. So I'll hit this. Has 2 damage on it. I will. Oh, the menace! The menace is gonna kill me. I'm at 2 life. I forgot about that. I might be still dead. Or hey, when this? How does yeah, after chapter 3. I think that's game over. Because this goes back to them. Yeah, there's the... I mean, I can do stuff, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, it won't matter. I play the doctor. I play a land. This goes to 2. I got a token on it. And I am done. That's it. So there you go. All right. So our... I mean, obviously this is a little weird because it's a 4-color deck, but obviously it just proved that 4-color deck's not very good. And yeah, because we come in here, we go ahead and play this. We attack in. We get to draw and just discard a card, which is kind of dumb. But anyway, but yeah, the menace. Yeah. Needed a way to kill this. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of like how the pre-release kind of goes. So now you know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. And it was just good practice to build a sealed. Probably play a little on Arena once it drops, and I might play another pre-release tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck out there. Let me know if this format at all worked. If anyone watches this, I will probably try to film it with more cameras and make it more traditional. But it just thought it was an interesting way of building a sealed pool and getting kind of the pre-release. I'm also just a big fan of sealed. If there's any big major sealeds coming up or arena directs or anything like that, I will probably practice for that as well. Anyway, good luck out there.